That's a very interesting question. It's actually precisely that solitude and silence for me that works well. When things get too much, I just need to get away. I need to take a break, and either be silent, be with myself, be with nature, or music. I think music is good, and reading something which takes my mind away from whatever it is that's bothering me. So I think that's my fortress of solitude, and I think it's important for everyone to find that, to know what is it that gives one a break, some comfort, and be able to cope with the pressures of modern life. Mental health is the ability to cope with challenges in life. So it is not necessary that you do not find life challenging, or everything is going to go smoothly, or that you're always joyful all the time. But if something comes your way, then instead of being a lift or an elevator that comes crashing down, you're able to cope, you're able to find the balance, and you're able to push the button that stops you at a floor in between. You stabilize and you're able to walk away. So I think that's how I would define mental health. Now, how much is enough? I try my best to always stay balanced. I think that's kind of my mantra. If it's too much, I just try to balance work with, taking vacations. I'm just back from a lovely vacation in the Maldives. So my daughter and I love to take small breaks, larger breaks. So taking vacations, taking time off, reading, doing something, doing a balance of things. So if one thing gets too pressured, you can move to the other. So I'm still working full time, but I also love to write. So for me, writing is a break. If writing gets too stressful, then, I have my family. And if sometimes family also can get stressful, then I work. Actually, I find it very comforting to get into the organized world of work. Monday mornings are actually very peaceful. It's like, okay, this is order, this is calm, this is peaceful, and this is good. So I think having a balance of a few different things, so you can rotate your stress, if you will. So I think just doing that continuously, I think that's the kind of mental care I take. Of course, sometimes things can get too much. But that's life, and that's being human, I think. Now, being a writer is actually quite, that's a whole fortress of solitude by itself. So unless you're co-authoring with another person, writing is a very, kind of, not, I wouldn't say a lonely journey, but something that you do by yourself. That requires a lot of rigor, a lot of discipline, some structure. I think the main thing is being able to focus, and being able to shut out the world and get into that space where you need to write your story, your poem, or about your book. I think that's the important thing, is being able to shut out the world, being able to find the time, even if no time exists, carve out those extra minutes or hours in a day, in a week, in a month, whatever. I think you need to definitely find the time for that. You need to find the mind space or the head space for it. Those who are more disciplined, of course, have a regular schedule, get to it, and they are a lot more prolific than perhaps I am. But that's another rigor, is, being organized, being disciplined. I think that's very important as well. So it's not like, the whole creative process, it's like, you get the bulb flashing and you sit down and you write in a flurry. That can happen with let's say, a poem or a short story, but, for something which is a longer creative form, I think the longer it is, I think that requires, a lot more discipline. So yeah, for me, I'm a writer. I'm an author of 3 books so far. Mia Finds a Home, which is a children's book; Burma to Bangalore, which is an autobiography of my father that I co-authored; and If Then Else, which is my debut fiction novel, which is just out. I also blog at Between the Tropics on WordPress, YouTuber Writing with Sandhya channel, where I interview fellow authors. I have a podcast, Army Adventures with TBB. Also in the industry, I'm a technical communications professional, so I have a Manage the Docs, and we have a podcast channel as well on the Mensa platform. So these are some of the things that I do apart from work and writing and taking care of family. It's, I think, giving seasons to each one. I think not trying to do everything all the time. I think that's how I find balance. So I think everything needs a time, needs the hours or the weeks or the months, and just rotating from one to the other. And it's really interest and passion, really. So I think that you just find the time because you're interested in doing that. So doing things outside of things that you must do, which is like family and work. Other things are, has to be your interest, and that's when you find the time, you find the energy. Somehow you find the energy to, kind of do it. I think this is something that I really do feel passionately about, because we go running to a doctor if we get a cold or a cough or anything, really, or anything more serious than that. But mental health is something that there is can be a lot more awareness, particularly in our country, I think. So it's perfectly okay. I think everybody is not, mentally calm and joyful and balanced all the time, so that's fine. I think people have trauma, they have stress. Some people are born with having a lesser ability to handle these kind of things, who are born with different kinds of mental afflictions. So it's fine. I think it's okay to just go take the help of a counselor or a psychiatrist, and take the help that you need, because that will help you manage life and get back on track. Also, it's so physical ailments are visible and you get the empathy, the sympathy, and the support, but mental health often isn't. And but the way it's expressed, sometimes you get labels, and I think that's something we should avoid. So it should be perfectly fine for everybody who's even having a happy, joyful life with no issues, to just go to a mental health professional. Just like we do an annual checkup, just do a checkup time to time, cleanse yourself, and move on. So I think that would be the ideal state, for me. I wouldn't say on a large scale yet, but one on one. Definitely, whoever I interact with at work or my friends, I think it's something that I talk to them about. I give them some resources that you can reach out, and that is perfectly okay to reach out if you need help. There's nothing wrong with going through certain periods of time, but the main thing is focusing and trying to get out of it, trying to help yourself. So I think I try to help myself one on one. Can I do it? I hope this is a platform where I can reach out to more people, and more people listen to about mental health and how we can help ourselves. And maybe I can do through my writing in the future. Definitely food for thought, and something I'll think about and see, if I want to share more, and, try to influence, even if it helps, one person. I think that's great. Yeah. It's actually the choices that we make in life and the consequences of it. It's very much related to mental health, really. It started when I got laid off from work, and then I started writing this book. And the main character, Karthik, starts with he gets laid off from work, which is definitely a traumatic situation, leads to mental health issues for him. And what are the choices that he makes? How does he lead his life after that, right? So we all have multiple choices, and so does Karthik. But he's a software engineer in Bangalore. And so when he quits, does he just follow his life's passion? Does he go to the US like everybody else and find his fortune? Does he just check out of the world and just go, jauntering around doing whatever he likes? So when I started thinking about writing this book, I'm like, okay, why don't we follow his paths? So what I do is take you through 3 parallel worlds of Karthik and see how he does when he makes different choices. Where does he end up? What happens to the people in his life? What happens? How does it impact? What's the ripple effect in the situations around him? So I think that's my book. It helps people also, I think about, your own life choices. What can you do? What have you done so far? What can you do going forward? It could be a very good mental health kind of technique to think about. Take control of your life and think about what can you do differently from now on. It could be a big choice, or it could be smaller choice, or a series of smaller choices. But that's the book. I think it is gripping, fast-paced. It's funny. It's emotional. It's all of those things. It's like a modern, contemporary life story, a love story. So I hope you do pick it up. It's on Amazon and in bookstores near you. So that's what my book is about. be looking out for? Of course, for something different, some creativity for starters, right? What is it that's different, which jumps out and makes me read that piece? If it is more of nonfiction or more personal authenticity, right? How authentic is it, and how do I resonate with that? And of course, always looking for language and style. So I would say creativity, authenticity, language and style. These are the things I'd look for as a selection panel.